And it's time to, spread out my juices everywhere. Like, I do music as well. I want to get into interior design. I'm really serious about business. I want to start doing more with business, helping other people and other entrepreneurs with their businesses. Um, it's just so many things that I want to do. And I'm so young that I have so far to go.
So, with your business, tell us the name. It's once again, it's Bonnie Blinks,
It's the Bonnie Factory.
the
So,
Bonnie
Bonnie,
Factory. So, how did you
yes,
come up with the Bonnie Factory?
girl, it was hard. And I rebranded so many times, but Bonnie, the meaning of Bonnie is beautiful or attractive. And when I started to do people's like makeup and their brows and everything, like I gave them that feeling, if it makes sense, just seeing their reaction when they're done with their service. So I was thinking of like, words for that. And then a friend of mine, she was like, girl, you're a whole factory. You do everything. So I was like, okay, the Bonnie Factory. That makes sense. That's real cute and it's different. And I like to use like the bows to tie it in together because it's real girly. And it's cute. And under the Bonnie Factory, that's where the Bonnie Blinks come into play. That's my line of mink lashes. I also have Bonnie Beats. I just try to keep it marketed under the Bonnie Factory, but also add those other layers.
So, when you start doing interior design, it's probably going to be under the Bonnie Factory.
No,
No?
we're gonna switch it up.
You're going to
We're
switch it
gonna switch it
up.
up for that. Yeah, we're gonna keep that part separate since it's totally different. Like the beauty and everything that goes into the Bonnie Factory, but interior design, that's like a real passion of mine. That's got to be something not as cutesy, because I dedicate the Bonnie Factory more towards women and females and girls. And when I do interior design, I want to be able to do that for everybody.
Makes
So
sense.
I'm gonna have to change it. Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about your customers. Now, I know that lashes are a thing now, and so are the eyebrows. So,
Yes.
are you just seeing mainly female customers, or do you have some male clients as well that come for the wax services?
I kind of actually get both. Because males, for them, it's really popular to get their backs or their chest waxed or their nose or something. But for females, my clientele is mainly females, all shapes, all sizes, all colors, all races, everything. And brows are like my top service. Between brows and Brazilians, killing the game with that. but
Whoa, not the killer. Not Janelle, the Dragon Slayer. Go ahead on, girl.
You got to though. It's hard having a business, but you just got to keep yourself motivated. I remember at a point in time working for a beauty brand, a big beauty brand. And I was doing brows all day, every day, keeping track of their numbers. This is a multi-million-dollar business. I wanted that for myself, so I definitely had to keep it pushing. It's hard, but you gotta be open to different people. The people that you meet in the industry is what's gonna take you a really long way.
So, when you first decided to start your business, did you start it inside your home, or you immediately went and found a place to start your business?
Girl, that's a great question. I love that question because I remember it was hot. And when I first started, I was doing mobile services. So I was driving around. I had my wax table in my trunk and I was driving around. And honestly, that is what pushed me so hard to find my first studio. And now I have a shop. So I remember where I started definitely, but I marketed differently. I didn't want people to think that, oh, I'm just going to pull up whenever, wherever. I did wax parties. That was how I started my business and started gaining my clientele. So I would have from like 3 to 10 girls come in and we would do like a whole girls' night. That's the thing. we'll do like a whole girls' night, drinks, food, everything, and then I would just work. I would just wax and like have a good time. So that's how I actually started, because I was still working at a whole another full-time job, a company, doing the same thing, but I always had to do my own thing on the side.
And I'm glad you brought up marketing, because I was
Yeah.
going to ask you, besides the social medias and the wax parties, how else did you advertise and promote yourself?
I was blessed. I was one of the lucky ones, because word of mouth is everything. And I have so many clients who recommended me. It kind of made me lazy at a point in time, like, oh, I don't have to do much. But now that I'm like growing in my business still, marketing is so important. I have business cards. I should have had them with me. I have business cards that I use to market. Um, and when people purchase anything from me, when they get their lashes, it comes in a cute bag with business cards, everything in there. That's everything. I also, it's a good thing to know that this little smartphone is everything.
Mm-hmm.
I have my business cards on here. I have all kinds of business stuff on here. Like, I can sit here and have my price list, and it's a thing called airdrop. So whenever I'm like in the mall or in a crowded place or something, anybody who has their airdrop on, I can just drop it to their phone. Everybody's always in their phone these days. That's kind of the best way to market. But I do that, and I also market with other business owners. Like, I love meeting new business owners who are my age, who are like me, who are older, who are better, and networking with them, because I feel like everybody doesn't have social media. So you have to know how to market on and off the internet.
So I'm going to ask about your customer service.
Hmm.
Now, me being a female and going to someone who's in the beauty industry, we know that there is a stigma sometime when we come inside, we don't feel welcome. We just feel
Yeah.
like we're getting a service and that's it. How do you keep your clients coming back?
Well, I mean, I have that personality. I've always been told that I'm such a people's person. And I actually take the time to get to know my clients. Like, we have full conversations. Like, they ask me how things are going, I ask them how things are going. Have that relationship and continue to build on that, because that builds trust. And actually caring makes it easier for me. Like, I'm a natural people person. I don't know. But that, and along with my services, you go to a lot of places and you'll be surrounded by different people all the time, good and bad. But when you come to me, your time is dedicated strictly towards you. So it's more personal, and I feel like a lot of women more so appreciate that time, because we get to build a bond, we get to know each other. So I have a lot of repeat clients, and that means so much to me. Even my new clients, they always become repeat clients. Everybody's not going to come back, but it's that really matters to me the most.
And also with the business comes organization. How do you keep yourself organized?
Well, the biggest thing I would say is having a planner and actually trying to write everything down that comes to mind. I had to buy me a new laptop. That helps keep me organized as well, because I do my own like graphics for marketing and everything. Um, that having paperwork, I learned a lot from working the jobs that I have worked, and having typing up your own little paperwork is what makes things so much easier for your life, I promise. Having a separate bank account for your business, like, I literally, I don't get much inventory. I sell sunglasses and like lashes, but I have to keep a track of the products that I have to purchase too, because that gets expensive. Wax sticks, cotton, it's so much. So I started printing out inventory logs and then keeping track of that, so I know exactly what I'm spending. And I try to do that for everything. It's hard, but you gotta have some type of organization.
So when you got your business started, when you mentioned finance, I thought of this question. Did you have to start it off of your own finances, or were you able to benefit off the local business groups for women that's starting up their business, like SCORE and the other one,
Women's Business Center.
the Women's Business Center?
No, ma'am. Everything had to come out of my pocket. But for me, since it was something I always did and always wanted to do, I kind of knew how to maneuver. Being a licensed cosmetologist, you get tons of discounts at tons of different stores. So I always set up my own like memberships with these stores so I can get rewards back, and I get money. So that's another really good thing to do when you have a business and you're able to do these things. Some stores, they'll allow you, if you spend a certain amount, they'll give you money off. So I always have like $25, $50 off my products, and I had to build that from spending a lot of money on it. But I gradually just got my own things, and I honestly hustled on my own. um, a friend of mine, she's a business owner as well. Her name is Alasia. She is amazing. She also helped to motivate me, with my business, because she's like that with it. She's like so motivated, so constant with it. I always saw her do that, and she talked to me about things, and that really helped me too. That was like my mentor. I didn't really have it. Like, honestly, it came out of me and working at these jobs and seeing my potential of what I could really be making, because they're gonna lowball you in this industry. You got to know what you're worth.
And you know, down to the dollars and cents, what
Period.
you worth, ain't you?
You got to, yes, you got to.
Girl, I'm
You got
telling you. Well, I tell you, as you was talking to Miss Shawnette, and Miss Shawnette was asking you some very tough questions, and of course, you rapidly responded back to those. That, to me, indicates that even before you started your business, while and during the educational process, and also doing what I call your training process as you were working for others in that same business. Now, people need to understand that you got to have a certain level of experience to understand what it is that you are about to embark on. Because a lot of people, they get misled. And of course, that causes them some problems in a number of ways. And I'm not going to get into all of that right now. But let's talk about what is, at this point, your biggest accomplishment with your business.
Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like my biggest accomplishment, maybe right now, having my own salon studio, my own suite, whatever you want to call it. It's just me in there, and it's something that I prayed for. And sometimes I get boggled down and stressed out about, oh, I gotta get up and go. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do that. But I remember a time when I was praying to God that I would be able to have that. And that's what keeps me going forward. That's my biggest accomplishment, is continuing to go forward. And another one would be getting my license, because a lot of people lack the credentials to start a business, to even be able to do these things. And I get it, it gets hard, but I was blessed enough to have it in high school. So I was blessed to keep it this far, and I'm going to continue to keep it. I even want to grow and get my educator's license next. So hopefully we're going to see that in a couple years.
Well, when you get ready for that, I know a couple of people who can help you. In fact, we just
Yeah.
talked to one of those ladies a few weeks back, and I've known her for a number of years, Miss Karen Stacks out of Orangeburg. She has trained a lot of cosmetologists and helped them to get their instructor's license. Now, let me kind of circle back here, because I want the young people and the old people who are listening, looking to understand some certain factors that you've already covered, but I want to go back and refocus on them. Can we go back and refocus, Miss
Of
Jonelle?
course. Let's
Because
go.
you know, you are a dragon slayer. And I like talking to slayers. They're my kind of people. Because you know, on this show, Miss Shawnette says, look, if they don't know what the hell they're talking about, don't talk to them.
Yeah,
So,
don't waste my time. Exactly.
right. And I want to make sure that I'm not wasting your time or Miss Shawnette time. Because I'm telling you, it costs me a lot of money to be able to have Miss Shawnette on this show. You can understand what I'm talking about, right?
And she needs
So
her coffee in the morning.
I know she does. And she drives by 4 or 5 places on the way here.
Well, he got you with that one.
He did.
And then the thing about it is, if she wasn't so talented and so beautiful, I wouldn't put up with that. but because she is, you understand what I'm saying, right?
I get it. I get
All
it.
right,
I got
all
it.
right. Look here. Now, there are a number of reasons why people start a business. I want to be my own boss. I want to make more money. I want to do it for my family. I want to do it for my future. But I just want you to go back and make sure that everybody heard what you said was your rationale and reason for starting your business.
I wanted to do it for myself. I knew my worth, and it wasn't always about the money because I was still making the money. Um, but when you see that you're really good at something and passionate about something, and you have people who confirm that, like my clients, for me, they confirm that you deserve better. And you see these things, like there could be a whole Wall Street full of businesses that we could be running right now. Like, it's so much talent and so much like diversity in this industry that I think that people should push more, but do it for yourself first. And then, then think about other people. As crazy as it sounds, it's the truth, because if you're not going to push yourself, nobody's going to be behind you.
Okay. Now, looking hindsight, you've told us what is your now greatest accomplishment. Looking back, what do you think was your greatest mistake? Looking back.
I honestly, maybe not starting sooner. I honestly, when I look back, I don't see anything as a mistake. I see things as like a lesson, because at the time I may not have wanted to be in that position or in that predicament, but it made me go hard and it made me who I am today. There was times working at my job where I told them straight up, if y'all not gonna pay me what I'm worth, I'm training people, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm the lead at the job, but they're making more than me and they're under me. So, and I pushed myself to, I really pushed myself to get that respect in that industry. And when I saw that fire in me, I said I could do this on my own. I feel like I don't really, maybe not starting soon enough and getting out there sooner, but I feel like everything has a time and everything has a place. I was meant to go through that so that I know how to handle my own business. I was meant to go through all the things that I did go through, so I can have that fire in me.
Girl, go ahead on now. Don't burn everybody up with all that damn fire you got.
And
You
I'm a
know what I'm
Leo, so you
saying?
know how we go. We feisty.
I know.
That's
I
fine.
know. I know from whence you came. You know, you live right next to my godson's
Yes.
grandmother. And I
Oh,
met
yeah.
you at his birthday. And I'm so glad that your cousin, Miss Diane, referred
Yes.
you to me. And that's how we met. And you know what? I had my airdrop off that day, and you probably was airdropping me. But being unsophisticated, guess what? I didn't
Exactly.
receive that airdrop, but
You
I
never
did get
know.
it in my ears when Diane said, Daryl, I got somebody you
Yep.
need to talk to.
See what I'm talking about? Word of mouth. It could come from anywhere. I didn't even know she was doing that. So
Hey,
that's why word of mouth is so important.
it is. Now, primarily, what do you consider your business to be? A service, a product, a service with a product?
More so, a service, but in most cases, a service with a product. I also have like an online store, and that's where I sell the lashes and stuff at. But I'm very hands on, and the presence online, I feel like I'm way better at the presence in person than the presence online. So when I another key tip that I learned was upselling when I worked, at these jobs was have a person, give them a service, try to upsell their service, try to upsell their service with a product. So I would say it all kind of ties into that, but I'm more so service based. People come to me for services.
Okay.
I'm trying to get more into the product side just because I'm not always, it's hard, y'all. I'm not always in the mood, or I'm not always trying to be there. And I want to be able to also make money in my sleep. I'm to the point where I'm so hands on all the time that sometimes I just want to take a day and be like, okay, if I go on vacation this weekend, I'm not missing out on any money. So that's what I'm trying to get more so into.
Okay. Now, we have on this show interviewed people that has the same kind of business that you
Hmm.
have that are offering products, related products
Yep.
to some degree that are similar. How does Miss John Nell differentiate her products and services?
I believe for me, it's the customer service. For me, people really are drawn towards me, and they want to come sit with me, or they want to buy from me. Also on my booking website, after each service, I guess they're prompted to like leave a review if they want, and that's what really helps me as well. I don't ask them personally, hey, can you leave me a review? And if I do, it's going to be leave me an honest review. Tell me, like, if this day I was off or something so I can know what I need to do better for myself. Um, but that, as well as like my packaging, is very different from most. I try to think outside the box and incorporate that in my services and products. Sorry, this plane going by. as well as as well as just everything in general, like my whole studio setup, my whole business, everything is kind of more welcoming. I don't my prices, I don't charge a whole lot either. My prices are really good, so people really love to come and spend money with me. And then they also, every time they do come, people normally come and get more than one thing at a time. So I try to keep my prices fair. That way I'm still competing with the, professional business and chains that are out here.
Give me your definition. Give me your definition of customer service. What does that and how does that apply to you? People like to throw that word customer service around. And, for 18 years, I taught a class on customer service management. And on Fridays, I give a 5-minute talk about customer service. Tell me, in Jonelle's word, what does she mean by customer service?
To me, customer service goes like way farther than just a smile and a hello. Like for me, customer service is building relationships, trusting relationships. Because if somebody comes to me for a service, that means they're trusting me in my hands to be able to make this magic happen. So I want to give them that same respect and have that conversation with them and make things easy for them, make them comfortable. That's what customer service is to me. Like Shawnette was saying earlier, you know, we go into places sometimes and we feel just uncomfortable, we feel boggled. Like, I like to just have that personal relationship as well as professional with any and every one of my clients. Like, they'll tell you they love the girl, they love me.
I
So
love
I
you
just love,
too.
and I
Woo!
just, my love for people really, really pushed that out for me. Like, it's natural to me to be able to hold on a conversation with somebody and talk to them in that little 15 minutes that they're getting their service. So I just like to make it more personal. I don't want to have a service come in, you sit there, you don't speak, I don't ask you any questions. Like, I can't stand that. To me, unless I'm getting a facial or a massage, talk to me. Like, I want to know, you know, something more relaxing than don't talk to me. But in a situation like that, I want you to be able to feel like, oh, I really like her. Like, I can talk to her about my life. Like, I know a lot about my clients. I know about their, you know, going to school, their life, and just trying to like encourage them. Even the ones who are younger than me, those are like my babies for real. Those are like little sisters to me. I have a lot of clients who are still in college and school and stuff, and encouraging them really pushes me as well.
All right. Well, Miss Donnell, we could talk for hours, but I know you
Hmm.
don't. You got money to make, and I don't want to procure any more of your time than necessary. Is there anything else you want to say before we ask you your contact information?
Well, just anybody who's watching, listening, whatever you have it, and who wants to become a business owner, do your research and get started. You know, it takes a lot, and it's gonna take a lot, but if you have that fire and that drive in you, get it done, because this is something that can create generational wealth. You know, generational wealth, generational health, all that good stuff. You want to break chains, you know. So I think that that's really important for me to say, is to go for it. But make sure you take your time. Don't try to rush into something just because the money look good. You just need to have a passion for what you're doing.
How do we get in contact with the woman with all that passion?
So you can find my phone number is 843-452-3167. That is my business line. We have it up here. And it's also located on each and every one of my social media profiles. I have an Instagram. It's at The Bonnie Factory LLC. I have a Facebook page. It's The Bonnie Factory. And you can find me through any of those. And that's probably the best way to get in contact with me.
Now, your salon, where's that located? Do you give out that address or you prefer them to?
It's located. Usually, okay, so when people book an appointment,
Okay,
it'll come to their phone. But
okay,
I'm located right off Dorchester Road as soon as you hop off the I.
okay. All
So it's
right,
a pretty good location.
okay, all right. So, Miss Shauna, did we miss anything you think?
No, we covered
Okay.
the
Because you know
social media.
I can't close until Miss Shawnette say so. So, you know, I got to check with the lady in charge. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Huh?
yeah,
All right.
you do.
Okay. So look, can we talk you into coming back and let's talk
Yeah,
some more? You sure?
most, yes, most definitely.
Okay.
Or
Is that
maybe
gonna cost
coming
us?
by.
Is that gonna cost
I
us
can.
extra? Now, Miss Shauna's gonna come visit you.
Or maybe coming by the
Yes,
studio, getting some footage or
yes,
something.
yes. I would love that. I haven't
Okay.
had that yet, so
Okay. Miss
that's
Shauna's
Okay.
gonna take care of that.
yes, that's perfect.
All right. Okay. Well, I thank Miss Diane, your cousin, for referring you.
Yeah.
And we will be talking soon. So, cousin, take us out of here.